guys, Jeff here. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to take a sample of Trooper from Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson's side job of teaming up and collaborating with Robinson's family brewery. This is actually his first lager, and he did want to make it a little bit different. This one is done with, as he says, it's sake yeast. It's like a summer drinkable, kicking back kind of beer, but it is a lager. It's supposed to be a fruity flavor. Before I go any further, I also want to, thank Tom for bringing this in for me from work. Appreciate it, Tom. I'm going to give this one a try right now. He brought in a few other ones for me as well. Trooper, which is a fantastic beer. I really enjoyed that one. And Hallowed, which I actually, they were all good. They're all different beers, and that's what I enjoy, like craft beers, trying them out, seeing how they, fare up to the big boys. But today is going to be the first lager, Sun and Steel, which the title comes off of this 1983 album, Peace of Mind, as does the Trooper title as well. For the Trooper beer, comes off of that album. So I'm guessing that is one of Bruce Dickinson's favorite albums, since he already has two beers titled off of that one. But that's about it. I'm not a beer connoisseur, nor am I an Iron Maiden connoisseur. I just enjoy a good beer, and I enjoy a good album to listen to, and Iron Maiden does deliver that, and hopefully this beer does the same. So let's take a look at it, give it a taste, and see what we are up for. It's a little lighter in color than I imagined for a lager. It does smell fruity. Here we go. It's a light, crispy taste. It's not very strong. It is a summer beer, kicking back and just relaxing with a couple of these. This is a 4.8% alcohol by volume. So it's not a very strong beer, and it's not a light beer, so it is a good lager. Very, very well balanced. Not too bad there at all. Tom, thank you very much once again for supplying that sample beer. Sun and Steel is it, and I believe this one took about 2 years for Bruce Dickinson to get it from idea to the store shelves, from what I read. 2016 was the idea, came out early 2018, and started hitting the stores around here like early 2019. So, okay, moving right along to beer number 2 and album number 2. It is Hallowed by Iron Maiden, one of Bruce's creations. It is brewed at Robinson's family brewery as well. I've had this beer before. Tom was kind enough to bring this one in previously, and brought this in another one along with the Sun and Steel. It is inspired once again, I believe, I haven't read it, but by Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name is the song off of this. And also they did have another beer, 666, which Number of the Beast. So I believe two of the beers inspired there came off of that 1982 album from Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. So since I had time to put on another record and that beer went down so well, I just thought I'd, pour another one here, and you guys can see the difference between the lager and this one that is supposedly a Belgian. Now this one is actually darker, whereas the Belgian beer is usually lighter in color and resembled more of the lager. So they are a little bit different. I do like this beer a little bit more from what I remember. I haven't had it since then, but take another taste. And yes, it is slightly stronger. The flavor is a little more pronounced in this one as a Belgian beer. And it is very good at 6.0% alcohol by volume. So that'll probably be my last beer of the day. Probably not the last Maiden album of the day, hopefully, since I do have some time. But this one is another great beer. Thanks once again, Tom, for thinking of me and bringing these in for me to have another sample of this one. They go down so well listening to the Iron Maiden albums. So everything's inspired here today with the Iron Maiden. And thanks again. Appreciate everybody for stopping by, checking out the beer, checking out the music, and checking out the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.